Alright, fourth recording in a row, so getting a bit tired of this now, but I'll give it my best shot. And this game was hard. I'm playing Wood Elves here, and I hate Wood Elves. I hate Wood Elves when I'm playing against them, and I hate Wood Elves when I'm playing as them, but I want to give every race a go in this Wood Wars setup. And I am actually trying to play every game, every team, at least once during the Wood Wars setup, and going to try and relatively balance them out as it goes along. So, my Wood Elves are singing Earth Song, my favourite Michael Jackson song actually, so yeah, that's a good choice for the Wood Elves. I'm not a Wood Elf coach, I'm not an agility coach in general, but I'm especially not a Wood Elf coach, so this is going to be far from a learning experience if you want to learn how to play Wood Elves properly. But if you want to learn how not to play Wood Elves, by all means watch this match. And we have Smocco, who is one of the best coaches and is playing a team that he's very good at playing, Undead, singing The Bone Collector. Alright, coin flip goes the way of the Wood Elves? Yes, and we chose to receive. The games I've seen played best with Wood Elves are games where the Wood Elves avoid contact wherever possible and pick off corner pieces in a fight. So that is going to be basically what I do while also screening against the ball. And we didn't win the toss, the Undead won the toss and they're going to receive. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I was going to just drive first. So I may actually remove the tree from the setup because I don't like the tree. Even though the tree gives you a small chance of doing some damage, at the same time I have no idea how to use it more than anything else. It feels like a waste of a piece because I usually end up just leaving it on the floor. And I did go for the infamous no reroll setup with Wood Elves. Mostly just because I like to showcase as many pieces as possible, minus ghouls, in each of these teams. Though in my serious necromantic team I have gone for ghouls, to be fair. But I do want to show as many pieces as possible here. That's basically what it's all about. It's not about necessarily playing the best and playing the way that you should play, but it's more about showcasing everything that I can possibly showcase and getting away with some silly stuff if I can get away with some silly stuff. Having said that, I did play this game seriously, but it is my first competitive game with Wood Elves, so it's going to hurt a lot. The one thing I learned is that Wood Elves are absolutely horrific. I mean, they are so good, it is disgusting. Really disgusting, but we'll see how that goes. Right, so quite happy that so far nothing is dead. That was a good first turn, I think. Well, we can still punch the tree, but what's the point in punching the tree? So we managed to survive the first turn. Perfect so far. And Smocco has completely secured the ball, because of course I am Wood Elves and I can't just run around and steal it, so he's doing a very good job of making sure that doesn't happen. And he does immediately go into cage format. And this is the one thing I was afraid of. I know that Smocco isn't, generally speaking, so big on caging, but I have no idea how to deal with a cage as an agility team, I'll be honest. And I do it badly here, but I still do my best to give it a go. Mostly I want to do some screening here to slow down his advance, and I'm hoping to go the first drive 0-0 with taking as little damage as possible. That's basically the goal here, so making sure that he can't get through easily and screening off. I took the block a bit too early here, but it worked out and I put down the one piece, but I should have moved at least this piece first, though I may not be moving this piece, that's maybe why I didn't. Yeah, just trying to make sure that he can't go anywhere, basically. Just keeping a screen, a loose screen, where every piece is not based. That first turn was good, actually. I'm happy with what I've done here. That was fine. Because he can't go anywhere easily, and he has to spread out his team in order to do any kind of damage. He can only get one blitz, and The only downfall is, of course, that he can recage, and this is the problem I had all match, actually, was letting him just reset up a cage somewhere else, and easily, for that matter. So that's something I need to work on, for sure. First down break isn't dead, so pretty happy with that. And we are going to set up our cage here, and he's made a very forward cage. Fair play. Maybe I'm not so happy with that initial setup after all, though, yeah, he managed to use his blitz to do the damage that he needs to do, and he's also going to get a punch on the tree. 2 skulls. Reroll. Pow. Down goes the tree. Now, one thing I will say that I did awfully in this game was that I forgot I had the tree. That's how much I hate the tree. I actually forgot it existed during the match. It just, I don't know, it kind of feels like that's what it should be doing, lying down. That's all it's good for. So, this turn though I did actually try and pick it up and failed. Okay, but I will forget a lot as the game goes on. Now, this is where I got kind of silly. I kind of forgot that that elves are not as weak as I thought they were, so I actually use too much support sometimes. No, not here. I'm still screening. Okay. Yeah, same mistake. And same mistake with taking the block too early again. Whoops. Okay. Hopefully I'll fix that as the game goes on. One thing that I will say for this is that he's not moving. That's for certain. But the downside is that I'm not getting to the ball either. I mean, I don't even have a chance of getting to the ball if I keep playing like this. And spoiler, I will keep playing like this. But I'm hoping that I actually managed to figure out how to break a cage while I'm watching it. He does position his mummy very well. It makes it quite scary. I don't want to base the mummy. That's one of the biggest problems. And without leaping into the cage and breaking it, which is, you know, a stupid idea, really. Though I do want to try that this game, so I probably will. Just to see how it works. Nothing else. Yeah, he just moves the cage into another place again. Still using the mummy. I guess I do need to base the mummy just so he can't move the mummy around in support. Gives me a small chance of breaking the cage. The main advice I was given, Smocco gave me a lot of advice after this match actually, which was very nice of him. I thank you for that very much actually. Not a lot of people are willing to do that, because they don't think that coaches can take it, but I like being told that, you know, this is what you did wrong, this is how you fix it. I try to do that for people when I'm playing them, and I hope that people do the same for me when they're playing me, if you can see that I'm making obvious mistakes. I usually see them in the replay myself, to be fair, but if somebody tells me as well, that's always helpful. Though telling me that I shouldn't pass just isn't going to work, so there's no point. So, I see a lot of elf coaches actually dedicating 2 people to the screen, you know, going 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, but I don't see the point in that. I think you only need 1, though I have done it here. I think mostly you only need 1 to be fair, and then the rest can do the basing, but I made the same mistake here as I was saying, that people do it and it's wrong. Yeah, I guess what I should have done here really is put the War Dancer on the other edge, so at least he has less pieces he can move, and that's the 3rd time in a row I've had a double down, by the way, as the best option, trying to hit the cage, and that time it didn't help me, of course. And the second one, he comes into a scary position now. Though so far the tactic of making sure that he can't score is working, but all it needs is for me to have a bad roll, and without the reroll, that's quite possible, so that's the flaw of this tactic, of course. And I forgot the tree the last 2 turns, and even when I'm watching the replay I forgot the tree. That's how much he seems completely useless to me. I'm sure he's not, I'm sure a lot of people like him. Yep, he has 4 pieces to make a cage again, and he actually based me as the cage, but with both mummies on me that's not really a problem. I guess that the most important thing actually is to end your turn based on the cage. You're going to get punched, that's without a doubt, but you may take a couple of injuries, but you're also going to potentially get the ball, and that's what Wood Elves are all about. It's about stealing the ball. So Yeah. Yeah, I'm making it too easy for him to get out, basically. All he has to do is go here, new cage, and I have to move my whole team this way, and that's... yeah, we're just playing musical chairs at the moment. It's not great. Though I think I'm actually doing the right thing here by trying to properly base the team, and that's a red die. That was badly counted. I forgot about this zombie. That's what happened there. That was very bad. And I'm going to get a 1 die here as well, I think. Oh no, it's 2 die. Okay, that's fine. So I do finally punch the ghoul the way he's supposed to be punched. And I have based the cage this time. I'm giving it a go. So I have seen it, obviously. So I take a red die that I didn't need to take, and it leads to a dead war dancer. Nice! Alright, well, that's a nice little trophy for Smocco there. He gets a war dancer called Trunk. And he looks very nice as a zombie. Yep, that definitely suits him. Trunk looks much better now. Fair enough. Alright then, let's see the return attack of the zombies. I think that death rattled me less than it should. I didn't really miss the war dancer, so looking at this Wood Elf team, I may actually rebuild this one. Because the 0 reroll build doesn't seem to be a good choice. And there goes Twig as well. So there's 2 down already. And that's a movement allowance gone. Yeah, it's basically dead, but... well, we'll keep him. Not a big deal. We'll keep him until we can afford to replace him. Though, like I say, I may rebuild this team actually, because I didn't miss the second War Dancer, to be fair. And the tree is completely useless to me, so I don't think I'm going to build with a tree again. Though mostly, I need to learn how to maneuver this team. So, for some reason Wood Elves are the only team I'm afraid to go even sometimes toe-to-toe with the opponent. And that's the main mistake. Though Smocco has done very well of keeping the mummies in a position where it's very, very difficult for me to get into this cage. I've got to come in through the back now. And that's basically useless. So I'm going to go back to just trying to slow down Smocco in his drive, and I have enough turns and I have enough space to make sure that he doesn't score. Don't know why I put 3 pieces here, that was bad. I should have taken the blitz with that piece, but I didn't. I think it was more just miscalculating than anything. You definitely don't need 2 pieces in support, even as Wood Elves. You very rarely need 2 pieces in support against a standard strength 3 piece. So that's weird positioning, to be fair. Right. Ball moves into another position where it's difficult for me to get to it still. Smocco's doing very well here. I'm definitely seeing the value of caging against Elves playing this match. I'm not a very big fan of caging myself at all. And I think he did this mostly as a bait. I don't think he actually intends to pass to the white. Or maybe he does intend to pass because he can see that I'm just stalling him basically. And it's quite a frustrating way to play against, I guess, but I wasn't sure what to do with the Wood Elves. Yeah, I'm going to actually try and do some damage this turn. Because I'm kind of seeing that that's what needs to happen. It's picking where you do the damage though. That's good. That's very good. Yeah, stand, it will do. And I'm going to take a blitz against the white. Should be sending this piece out. Didn't need to move that piece. Nope. Well, wouldn't have mattered which one I dodged, it would have failed, but I didn't need to move that piece actually, that was unnecessary risk, and that gives Smocco a chance to score, and he'll probably take it because Otherwise, I'm just going to reposition into a place where I can slow him down again. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't take it here, or make it essential that he takes it next turn. Make it certain that he scores next turn. So we could put the ghoul here, for example. That's probably what I'd do, actually, just to make sure that the elves don't get 2 turns to return score. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. That's fair. You can even cage up there, and I've got no chance of stopping you. Well, the only chance is leaping in, but I'm not going to do that this turn, probably. Though putting down the War Dancer just to be safe is definitely called for. Yeah, 3 die on the lineman. It's just a push, thankfully. And I'm going to punch the War Dancer, I guess. Yeah, that's fair. And that's a stun even, so War Dancer is no way stopping you. You're absolutely fine. With pretty much any other team, I would try and dive into that cage. And Elves are actually designed to do that a little bit, so I don't know why I don't do that. And I've put 3 pieces in support there. I think I was going for a 2-die actually, 3-die actually, but there's no point. And the tree has spent the whole half on the pitch, lying on the pitch. I've only tried to get him up twice, I think. Yeah, fair enough. With the re-die, you may with the reroll, you may as well take some blocks, especially against somebody who is obviously not very good at using a team. But he does take the score after doing the 2 safe blocks, so well done, Smocco. That was a good end to the first drive for you, and I failed in my mission to stop you, so it was bad for me. I'm definitely going to remake this Wood Elf team though, I think, looking at it now. I was considering it last night after playing the game, but now I've actually seen in what way I'm using this team. I think that remaking the Wood Elves is essential at this point. And giving it a go with a setup that I'm a bit more comfortable using. The most comfortable Wood Elf setup I'm using is no Wood Elves, but I may go for a slightly nerfed version, basically, because I like nerfed teams anyway, and to be honest, nerfed Wood Elf teams are not nerfed, so if I take maybe War Dancer, Thrower, Catcher, and then a lineman, maybe not even bother with the Thrower, I don't know, we'll have a look. We get a reroll, which is going to be helpful, but it's turn 8, so there's no point. But I actually need to use it, and on a loner at that, and I do. And we give a good punch to the traitor. No, not the traitor. That's not the traitor. Okay, but still, we knock out one of the zombies. Night-night, zombie. And we'll take a blitz on the other zombie, and then our turn. No, we may as well pass actually as well, yeah. So, and Thrower is going to pick up the ball. Why am I moving things into position? It's turn 8. I don't know. Seeing what I can do, I guess. Yeah, just checking numbers, basically. And we decide to throw to branch instead. Why not? And throw is good. It's very strange playing a team where it's easy to throw. I throw all the time, but it's easy with Elves. It's too easy with Elves, to be fair. Right, 2 out, 1 dead, 1 injured, and 1 zombie knocked out and staying knocked out, so traitor Wood Elf is coming back on the pitch. Right, let's see if I can actually do something in attack. I want to score quite quickly, and then hopefully steal the ball from some bad handling. in the third drive. That's the main goal here. I want to score within 2 turns, realistically. 3 turns maximum. Though it is Smocco we're playing, and Smocco is going to make it hard. That much I'm sure of. Alright, here comes the ball. And the blitz, that's bad news. He does actually have this one side loaded a little bit, which helps me. Though he doesn't move the other side, so that's fair. He's actually moved in this way, which is clever, because it's quite obvious I'm going to go that way. Yeah, make myself a little gap to run through. And to kind of defend, at least a little bit, with the catcher in this little hole here. One thing I think I did do well, actually, was keeping the ball secured with Wood Elves. And I actually do a pass. I was going to do a handoff, but I decided to take the pass in the end. Just get some free SPP. And I do actually secure the side as much as possible. And leave the tree. I shouldn't have really taken the block, but I did. Against Trunk, the traitor. And Trunk is KO too. So twice the tree is punched, twice the tree is KO'd. Maybe he's not so bad after all. I don't know, when the tree is leveled up I can see him being a good piece, but starting off, I don't know. I choose to dodge, which gives him a chance to surf the piece, of course, but it also means that he has to dedicate a lot of pieces to this corner. And I'm not really a big fan of positionals in general, so even the ones that are considered some of the best in the game, I don't mind them going away. At least he's not dead as well. Stand firm is nice. Keeping the 2 mummies locked up on the tree is quite good. Good enough this time. Tree's going to try and get up. And the tree does. On offense, I can see more use for the tree. On defense, not so much. Though it feels like it should be the opposite way around, but it isn't. And blitz for lineman this time. Trying to wipe out a zombie. And trying to wipe out a ghoul. That's a good wipeout. He's KO'd, and I'm glad he's KO'd, because he would have been in the way otherwise. Though it doesn't make much difference, to be fair. Still got to dodge through this gap. And I'm going to dodge through every piece. And in a safe order. Just trying to make a cage, and then the ball's going to go here somewhere. Good enough. That one zombie is scary, and I realized it late, so I had to actually do the 3 GFIs, so these 3 pieces couldn't come in and support, and this zombie is the only piece that can touch me. And I'm on target for the maximum 3 turns to score, so hopefully I will actually succeed. Here comes the zombie. Not all the way though. And we're taking a block on the tree. Good enough. First time. And the mummy's going to come and join the fight, if he can. I guess the white can maybe get there, because he hasn't done anything else to slow me down. Yeah, the white can get there with a dodge. Okay, and dodge he does. GFI he does. And POW he does with a reroll. Oh, and that's an armor break. That's bad news. Well, I'm going to dodge the thrower in and pick up the ball, I guess, here. Though, going to do some things to create a little bit of safety just in case it fails. Here we go. Dodge, GFI, pick up, dodge, GFI. Horrific. Pretty much entirely 2+. I think actually entirely 2+. Everything was a 2+ there. No, the pickup was a 3+. Okay, but everything else was 2+. Horrific, horrific team. I think if I played with these a few times, then I'd be unstoppable the way I play. But, I'm not so good with the bashing on this side yet. Okay, just playing about with different types of initial startups, see what they do. Okay. The hope is that Smocco manages some fumbling and I can steal the ball here. I guess that's always the hope when you're an elf, or a blitz would be even better, but no blitz. We have nice weather. And now we're back to the caging screening game. Alright. That's a nice block from the mummy. Nice and scary when you wood elves, actually, when the mummy blocks against you. One thing I have found to be true after playing this game is that probably when wood elves are playing me, it's quite scary, because the way I play, I take a lot of blocks, and I'm not afraid to move the ball about. So that's why I often leave a lot of wood elves injured after the game. Alright, yep, caging up again. And he's letting me screen because he realizes that I'm not too good at it. I'm good at slowing him down, but I'm not good at stopping him, so... yeah. Just gotta wait for me to make a mistake again, basically. So the mummy leaves the cage, though doesn't make it any less safe, to take a punch on Moss. And that's a KO, that's great news. That makes screening very difficult. That makes scoring quite straightforward as well for the Undead here. Now, I shouldn't have moved the catcher, because the catcher is just basically a bloated piece that didn't need to be there, and the thrower is going to take a punch when I could have moved the catcher first, actually, and then done it that way. Though, here I'm not even going to screen. This is pretty poor. Do take a block against the white, though. Why not? And then I have to GFI. I don't even do that. Okay. Here comes the GFI. Yeah, awful. Couldn't have done that worse, to be honest. Just didn't look at the pieces and their movement before I moved, so I ended up wasting 5 pieces. And dodge I just didn't need to do that turn. On the plus side though, the War Dancer is on the ghoul. Not very safely, but he's there at least. Double skull, that's a shame. And a push, that's also a shame. Though now ghoul can just run out and I've got 3 pieces based that really don't need to be based. Sorry, yawning there. Don't know if it picked up on the microphone, but still. Yeah, we're caging on the other side, forcing me to move the whole team this way again. It's a good play from Smocco, basically, just making me move from one side of the pitch to the other. Taking supreme advantage of the fact that I have no idea what I'm doing with these Wood Elves, to be fair. On attack, I feel quite confident. On defense, not so much. Moving safe pieces first. There aren't too many, but there are a couple. Including the catcher. Yeah, there's still a gap here that's too big, really. I should have blocked the white instead of dodging out completely. But I didn't. I get a push on the mummy. And War Dance is going to come and blitz this pointless zombie. And we dodge out the last piece to fill up that gap. Yeah. I can see exactly what Smocco means. I've just been giving him very easy ways out every single turn. He can just move from one cage to the other. He doesn't even have to commit any kind of thought to this game, really. Takes a risk there, though. Pays off. There's no rerolls, though. That was a little bit risky. But it works out well. And another zombie goes to finish off the cage, and the last piece will just lock up that side. Beautiful cage work here. This is very standard play against a beginner, basically. I actually feel like a beginner playing this game, really. I feel like I've never played Blood Bowl before. And that's a 2 down. With the tree and the mummy. That's not bad for me, actually. If I just move this first, and then block with War Dancer, and then move this piece, that would be clever. But no, I do the same freaking mistake I made the first time. Oh no. Right, what I should have done here, I can see it. Catcher first, War Dancer, and then have 2 pieces on the ghoul. That puts pressure on Smocco. Now, it's just a case of punch the War Dancer down, and we're done. I did at least have an attempt at pressure here, but it's not enough. It's maybe the first time that he thought maybe I'm getting it, but looking at it I still feel like I'm doing it wrong. We're going to make a cage on the tree, which is interesting. But we get a couple of free blocks. Yeah, with a throw out the way, next job is easy. Put the War Dancer down, run the ghoul out. Simples. Don't even have to put the War Dancer down, like you didn't, just push him out the way. Ghoul goes into this spot here, and we're done. Right, then I had the bright idea of pushing the tree into the cage. Yeah, great idea. Fantastic. Why didn't I think of that before? Oh, because there's a GFI to do it. I see. Right. Well, if GFI didn't fail, then that's pretty dodgy. I should have moved pieces first. Basically, I should have moved this piece and this piece first, so at least he couldn't run straight through if it did fail. But I didn't, so that's that. I didn't pay enough attention to the movement though that turn, and I forgot I had to GFI in order to move. movement 2 is pretty painful. And I'm really going to struggle to stop Smocco now because of that. That's kind of secured the game, to be honest, that fail of GFI. I mean, I haven't played well enough to warrant a draw, but at the same time, that move sealed the 2-1 for sure. Maybe the decision in the first place as well. Well, one thing's been for sure these last 4 games, I haven't been playing very well, and I hope to fix that in the next couple of games. Maybe watching a couple of replays in a row and not playing so much has been helpful, at least I hope so. I'm going to give it one last shot at trying to slow him down, and I am actually going to try the leap. Just so I can. There he goes. Hey! Worked. And a skull. Cool. Well, at least I know that's how it works, so we have that. And pretty straightforward score for the ghoul now. He may even take it right away. No, we are going to block, really? No, he's just going to move the mummy out of the way. Yeah, fair play. Well done, Smocco. Very well played, and thank you for being nice enough to give me some pointers after the match, because it helped, actually. And watching back, I can see a lot of what you said, even though I actually knew most of it already. But thank you for being helpful and taking the time to give me some pointers on playing Wood Elves. The next Wood War will actually be played tonight. But I'm moving and packing and things tonight, so there may be a short break after that, though tomorrow I'm free most of the day, so don't know. I'll try and get a couple of games in tomorrow, but I've done most of the filming and up to date now, so if I don't get any games in tomorrow, then I'll have a look at some of the old seasons of the ICBBL and get some of those past games up. So having a look at the stats from this game then, so we've had 1 touchdown, 1 death, 7 armor breaks, and 2 passes. 7 armor breaks is pretty good for Wood Elves, actually. I'm alright with that. And 2 touchdowns, 10 armor breaks. Armor breaks are pretty even. We had Sap, who leveled up, and Julian, who... not leveled up, got MVP, sorry, and Julian, who got MVP. The only other person who got any kind of love was the thrower, with his 2 throws and his score. And we have the ghoul... the other ghoul, and there were 2 ghouls, really? Yeah, there were, and Chrono the second, which I guess was the mummy. Yeah, must be the mummy, because you killed a piece, definitely, and another piece was injured by the mummy. Yeah. Mummy was the MVP, to be fair. Did a lot of damage that match. Anyway, well played, Smocco. Thank you for being part of the Wood Wars, and if any of you guys want to still be part of it, then please do look in the Steam forum if you're part of the ICBBL. I'll actually link it below this time. And just book a date when you want to play me, and we can play. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon on the pitch or otherwise. Bye-bye.